All right, so here is, let me back up a little bit, driver's side. You're gonna notice the floor, everything's in great condition. A lot of times I see there'll be a heel hole down here. The seats are in great condition. The passenger seat does have a tear on the seam, and it'll be fixed before we ship this thing. My upholstery guy's coming out to work on some other stuff. I'll have him fix it up. So you'll look over here, you'll notice there's still speakers here for two-way radios. That doodad in the middle though is your amplifier for the intercom system. So you see you plug in there for the driver's side, you plug in over there for the passenger side, and then there's one in the back too, so if you're communicating with your partner during transport, you can do that. And then you'll notice that we got power here, but nothing's going to show up on the screen because the modem has been removed that works with the MDT, but you can get your calls on there and communicate back and forth with your dispatch. All right, so and then all this kind of mess. Now here's the thing. If you're a small fire department or ambulance company and you're like, hey, we don't use that kind of radio system. If you use, I don't know, pagers or cell phone or something like that, your choice. We can take all of the wiring out and put a new headliner in that's the same Ford headliner. It just won't have a hole with all the wiring and stuff hanging out. That's your choice. You just let me know, and we do that kind of stuff all the time. So we could change out the headliner. All this stuff's got to come off, but we blow through it pretty quick. About 20 minutes, we could change this headliner out. So if you want, and it'll match the visors. It won't be any different than what you see up there. It just won't have all that stuff coming out of there. So just let me know what your needs are. We can leave it like this if you just kind of want a plug and play type system for your radio. So let me climb in here. I'm just getting over a cold, so let me just zoom in on the mileage. So I think you're gonna see there. You know what? Let me turn this thing out of the sun. How about if we do that? I'm gonna run over one of these cones. Let me go back. Let's go over in the shade over there. How about that? Alright. This'll work. I want you to be able to see all this stuff without the sun blinding us. Alright, so there's the dash. All the needles are nominal where they're supposed to be. We got, nothing's too hot. Oil pressure's where it's supposed to be. The battery is supposed to be where it's supposed to be. No check engine light, no service engine soon light. Just wants me to put my seatbelt on. So there's that. We got AM FM radio. Not the station I would listen to, but it works great. It's got a CD player and cassette. In case you're one of those guys that makes Code 3 music, mixtapes at home, you could play them right there. Air conditioner, max AC, you can probably hear it coming out. Our speed selector's up here, so it's on high, there's 2 medium settings, and low. And then the thermostat's here, if you want heat or cool, you do that. And you got normal AC, which I don't know why you'd ever want to use just normal AC. It's either max AC or nothing over here. And then vent. You can hear the actuator door moving as I move this. There's off, and then floor, a mix, and defrost. Alright, so there's that. And then all of our emergency stuff, and the siren are down there. Let me turn on. There's our siren. Oh yeah, there's that. And then we do have a, let me reach it, PA system. So if you're trying to get, a motorist to pull to the side because let me turn the volume up. Testing. I can't hear myself. it might be possible that this thing isn't working the way it should be working. And if that's something critical, we can definitely change the siren out, but that might cost a little something. We do have brand new sirens in our parts department. I'm not hearing myself, so I don't know if this handset has just been smushed or something. It's possible. If you need that if that's critical for you, we can replace that in like an hour. But it might cost a couple $100. I don't know. We'll see. You just let me know what your needs are. And then there's our the power manager right there that kicks, you know, the idle up and whatnot and manages all of our power. We have the regular Ford horn. We have windshield wipers. Oh yeah, we got the spray, which I don't want to do too much because I just washed this thing. And then now you'll notice there isn't a rear view mirror on the windshield. The reason why is because the way that this, let me get out real quick. The way that the box is set up, you would not be able to see anything if it were there. You would just be looking at those speakers and the intercom system, because the little window, it's not a walkthrough. It's just, you know, it's kind of a talk through. If it were an emergency and you needed to get away from the back, or you needed to get in the back, it's big enough to climb through. But the way that is, it wouldn't do you any good to have a rear view mirror, so why not have more windshield visibility and not have it on there? So that's why it's not on there. Let me see, what else do we got? There are power windows, obviously. You can see over there. Oh, let me tell you, okay, this is kind of a bummer. It does not have power mirrors. And that's kind of a bummer, because I'm a huge power mirror guy. Now, if it did have power mirrors, you would see the button would be right there. The reason why power mirrors are a big deal is on a Type 3, especially if that mirror over there isn't where you need it to be, boy, it's a pain in the butt, you know, because especially if your partner's in the back with the patient. So that's a bummer, and it's something you need to know, because it does have manual mirrors. Now, all Fords are wired to have power mirrors. For whatever reason, it just was ordered without power mirrors. So if you need power mirrors, yeah, that's something we could do. But now you're talking about it getting a little pricey if you wanted us to do that for you. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to spend that kind of money. So if it's that critical, you probably want to look at just a completely different ambulance rather than this one and try to do it. Or if you want to do it on your own, you can certainly do that. But there's that. So let me light this thing up. Oh yeah, there's a map light over here. So if you're looking, oh yeah, there's also a spotlight. So like say handheld spotlight, if you're looking for an address or something, you can use that. There's a center console. So for your like patient care reports, you can file them down there, a place to put your big gulp. And there's also a glove butler. Oh, there's also charging stations for flashlights, his and her flashlight chargers. And then those are the hooks to hang your headset when they're not in use. All right, so let me light this thing up. Let me back it up also. We're too close to this wall. So you can get the full effect of what it looks like lit up. That should be good. And then I'll go ahead and put the floodlights on too, so we can look at that. And then you can also turn off, like if you left the rear heat or patient, the AC on, you can turn it off from up here. All right, so let's go look at our Code 3 situation. So here's what we got. I think people get out of your way if they saw this coming down the road, right? It's a handsome ambulance. You're definitely going to get the hero discounted Arby's if you pull up in this guy. It's got the command presence. So here is, am I backed up all the way? Yeah. So I turned the side floods on just so you could see them. Obviously, those wouldn't be on during code 3 operation. But if you're, need light, extrication light, or patient care light or whatever. So, and then the back here, obviously the white lights, those are the rear load lights. Again, those wouldn't be on. Well, those come on when the rear doors are open, but I have the switch engaged, so that's another reason why they're on. And then here's this side. And oh yeah, you'll also notice it doesn't have wheel simulators. It actually has the real deal Alcoa aluminum polished wheels, which is a big pricey upgrade. And then you might be asking yourself, well, what is this black square? This is so you can put like magnetic numbers or whatever you want to put on there. Because the box is aluminum, you couldn't put magnetized decals and whatnot on there. So that's why you'll notice in a couple of spots it has that magnetic square on there so you can put your numbers on. Alright, so there is that. And it is in great condition. Oh, it also has Opticom on the roof there, if you see that. You might be asking yourself, what's Opticom? That's what changes the light signals. If your town is wired for it, it will change a red light to green when it sees you coming. So there's that. And okay, I think we covered just about everything. I want to do a test drive real quick. I need to put some stuff away. I left the gurney over there, so let me turn this thing off. Let me put the gurney back in, and then I'll be back with you to do a test drive before it gets dark, and we'll do that. All right, so stand by.